We all know Bitcoin's price is poised to make massive gains in the coming bull run. What we don't know, however, is when the beginning of that bull run will start. One venture capitalist firm speculates that we are mere weeks away, and the price could surge to an astronomical 75K. There's a lot of crazy predictions for BTC, so today, let's take a deeper look at these predictions by influential people within the crypto space to find out why being a moon boy is all the rage. Let's get it. Welcome to BitBoyCrypto. If you would like daily crypto videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you want to learn more about crypto or trading, then please make sure to join one or both of my two Telegram chats, the Bit Squad or Bit Squad Traders. All right, guys, we got a crazy video for you today as we are going to be examining price predictions for Bitcoin right now. Some prominent folks are saying Bitcoin is heading to unbelievable heights. According to Cane Island Research's Timothy Peterson, Bitcoin is set to surge to $75,000 within weeks due to an uncanny similarity in Bitcoin's charts from 2013. Peterson points out Bitcoin's price recovery from lows of 3,600 in mid-March similarly matches its price recovery from 7 years ago. BTC ended up topping out at 1,300 in 2013 after a 700% bull run. An approximate move at today's prices would send us to $75,000. The report further notes that Bitcoin miner activity associated data has mimicked 2018. While such a spike seems unlikely, there are other factors happening on-chain that could make such a move reality. Recently, it's been reported that Bitcoin on exchanges is at a 2-year low, which means that more and more people are hodling their BTC. At the same time, there's more and more USDT, aka Tether, being printed, approximately 9 billion total now, while miners have capitulated 15 to 20% of BTC mined, according to Glassnode. It's important to remind viewers that Grayscale is also buying millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin, approximately 33% of all Bitcoin mined in the past couple months, further increasing the scarcity of BTC. The investment fund added 60,762 BTC to its Bitcoin Trust Fund between February 7th and May 17th, a researcher posted on Reddit. That's the equivalent of 607 BTC acquired by Grayscale each day during the last 100-day period. Grayscale became aggressive in its acquisitions after April, leading into Bitcoin's third halving. Independent researcher Kevin Rook estimates that Grayscale has ramped up its Bitcoin accumulation to a rate equivalent of 150% of the new BTC created since the halving, according to Cointelegraph. Looking at data published by independent crypto researcher Kevin Rook, Grayscale has added 18,910 BTC to its Bitcoin investment trust since the halving, while only 12,337 Bitcoin have been mined since May 11. Binance CEO CZ reposted the chart, commenting, "There isn't enough new supply to go around even for just one guy." Now, in response to Rook's tweet publishing the figures, Grayscale founder Barry Silbert commented, "Just wait until you see Q2. So is it possible? Perhaps. However, a more conservative estimate puts BTC's all-time high at $150,000, which would be a 1,400% gain, according to other analysts. BlockFire's Salman Didic states that the next bull run will send BTC to an all-time high of 150K and Ethereum to $9,000, which would be a 3,570% return. Didic further states that only some altcoins would follow the bull run, but he stated some would be Tezos, VeChain, Binance Coin, and Chainlink. Didic even went as far as making prediction of increases for the alts, stating that Tezos would see a gain of 6,800%, Chainlink will see a gain of 4,450%. Now, both of those would bring the coins to $200 at current estimated evaluations. Binance Coin, he predicted, would rise to $500 or a 2,750% return. Finally, Didic predicted that VeChain would have a massive rise from 0.007 to $1, putting it at a $14,100 increase. VeChain, get ready for Moon. Whew. Now, before we get to the rest of these insane predictions, I do want to tell you about Prime XBT. If you're looking to take advantage of some of these huge gains we may see in the next 18 months, then Prime XBT may be where you want to go in order to long Bitcoin. This is a leverage trading site I'm now going to be working with and trading on regularly. Many people consider Prime XBT to be the most ethical leverage trading site in the game. With Prime XBT, you don't have to worry about whether or not the site is trading against you. They're not. And those are the allegations that are out there against many of the major players in the leverage trading game. Basically, they're rigging it. So if you want to trade at a site that has robust features and strives to be ethical, then this would be the place for you to trade. If you would like to go browse around the site or go ahead and sign up, then you can do that by visiting prime.bitboy.live. And you can look forward to more analysis of the features of Prime XBT in the future on my channel. But let's get back to those price predictions. Alex Kruger, a crypto Twitter personality with 52,000 followers, is the founder of Ake Capital, financial advisory and asset management company. Kruger previously tweeted that in the next 5 years, Bitcoin will be between $10 million and $400K. However, just a few months ago, he determined that any prediction that Bitcoin would one day hit $5 million were flawed. Weird. We've talked about on the channel before, former Goldman Sachs hedge fund manager Raoul Pal has also said that Bitcoin will soar in price to $1 million following the halving. Powell used various technical analysis indicators to first predict a 40K Bitcoin price. However, using a different method, he came up with a valuation of $1 million. Powell also thinks that the huge quantitative easing carried out by governments worldwide will benefit Bitcoin, which is inherently scarce. Last September, the state-owned German bank Bayern LB published a report predicting that Bitcoin's price could rise as high as $90,000 during this year. Its rationale was that the halving effect had not been priced in. The price now is around $9,700, which is fairly similar to the price when the report was published, about $9K. Anthony Pompliano, co-founder of Morgan Creek Digital, a crypto investment fund, believes that Bitcoin will climb to $100K by the end of next year due to its fixed supply coupled with increasing demand. In 2018, renowned venture capitalist Tim Draper predicted that the price of Bitcoin would hit $250,000 on or before 2022. Draper made that comment in April of 2018 when Bitcoin was trading around the $8,000 mark, dropping below $4,000 later that year in November. Last month, Draper doubled down on his prediction while speaking at the recently held Virtual Blockchain Week. Draper reiterated his $250K Bitcoin price, stating, "That's my prediction, sticking with it. I'm very confident that that is going to happen." That's happening. It's kind of funny. Draper believes stimulus packages that should debase the value of fiat currency and worldwide Bitcoin adoption will play major roles in the price movements. Now, speaking at the same conference, a founding member of the Bitcoin Foundation, Charlie Shrem, discussed his price prediction for BTC. Shrem began his statement on the possible effects of the Bitcoin halving event by referencing the global pandemic. He stated, "It's kind of crazy that we have a halving during the virus because it was such a black swan event." Shrem believes a combination of governmental measures to ease financial pressures on the public during the pandemic and the halving will have a positive effect on the price of Bitcoin. However, he believes it won't be immediate and will likely peak at some point in 2021, which is something I've said. Shrem added, "I was looking at data and it looks like around last halving, it wasn't that the price doubled instantly, but the last halving was actually the start of the epic bull run 2017, which was a year and a half later. And I believe that's what we'll see." Blockstream's Adam Back has predicted Bitcoin will soar to $300,000 per Bitcoin within the next 5 years, even without Wall Street's highly anticipated institutional support. Bitcoin might not require additional institution adoption to reach $300,000 because the current environment is causing more individuals to think about hedging and retaining value when there's a lot of money printing in the world. Back said this speaking to financial newswire Bloomberg. Pantera Capital lead Dan Morehead believes the price of Bitcoin will hit $100,000 mark after the halving. In a letter to Pantera Capital investors, Morehead wrote, "Extrapolating this relationship to 2020, the reduction in supply is only 40% as great as in 2016. If this relationship holds, that would imply about 40% as much price impulse. Bitcoin would peak at $115,000 BTC. Meanwhile, Bitcoin critic and gold bug Peter Schiff has said that Bitcoin's doomed. Upon news of the recent oil price crash, Schiff shot down claims that Bitcoin would skyrocket. These currencies are going to trade to zero or pretty close to it when the bubble pops. Right now, the only reason why people are buying Bitcoin is because the price is going up. When it turns around, they're not going to sell it for the same reason," Schiff told Russia Today. Another key thing to mention is what would it take for Bitcoin to reach $100,000 and remain stable? Cointelegraph reports that it would take $90 million worth of BTC absorbed every single day. According to options trader ThetaSeek, for the price of Bitcoin to remain stable at that price point, investors need to invest $90 million in BTC every day. The $90 million figure is derived from the total amount of BTC that miners can mine per day. After the 2020 halving, miners can generate up to 900 BTC each day. If the price of Bitcoin reaches 100K, 900 BTC would be the equivalent of $90 million. Data from ByteTree shows miners sold all BTC they mined in the past week, likely to cover operational costs. Given that miners typically sell what they mine on a regular basis, the assumption that the selling pressure on Bitcoin may reach $90 million when BTC hits 100K is reasonable. DataSeek explained that one way to think about the accumulation of such a large amount of Bitcoin is to envision consistent buying demand from retail investors. The trader said, further, holders of Bitcoin aren't selling and 60% of hodlers haven't sold during the last 3 all-time highs. Bitcoin seems to be trading in an ascending triangle at the time of this recording, teasing at a breakout to the upside as we've discussed. But as we've often seen, things can go sour fast. Make sure you have your stop losses just in case instead of breaking to the upside, we head into a reversal, or at least a correction, as we are more than due for one after this huge run-up from the dump in March. Although counter-narratives are playing out with the hash ribbon, potentially indicating a buy signal in the weeks to come, Bitcoin's hash rate itself has sharply decreased since the halving and is now starting to recover, seemingly looking like it could make a new all-time high. With the halving, the amount of Bitcoin that miners receive per block is cut in half. And with the halving hype starting to dwindle down, could we be heading down from here? Or are we going to surge up and break 10.5K, making a new higher low maybe at 11K, then consolidate to move higher? Only time will tell. The truth is, no one knows, and if someone is trying to tell you that they do, they're lying. Not even the best traders in the world know exactly where we are heading from here, but that's never stopped anyone from guessing. But now it's your turn. Where's Bitcoin heading to? And how fast is it going to get there? Let me know down below in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to smash the like button and hit subscribe to become a member of the Bit Squad. Thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed day. BitBoy out.